welcome to my channel. My name is Zoe and I make motherhood and lifestyle content, and today's video is going to be on unknown health tips. By unknown, I'm talking about health tips that people don't really talk about, they're not really discussed. You might learn something new today. I hope that you do. I'm not going to be talking about, eating more fruits and vegetables, getting more sleep. They are the known health tips we all know. Those sorts of things, they're sort of a given in life. We don't all stick to them, but we all know that we should be doing those things. But today I want to talk about some health tips that you might not even have heard of before that can help you in your life. So anyone who knows me knows that I'm a major health freak and I love to research things about health. So I hope some of the things that I mentioned today you have not heard of before. But if there is something today that I haven't mentioned that you know is an unknown health tip, something that you like to do that's beneficial for your health, but you know that people don't really know about it, it's not really spoken of, please put it in the comments below, because I would love to know more and learn more about how we can make our lives healthier. So my first unknown health tip is to stop wearing tight pants. And now this sort of covers, it's not just pants really, I guess, it's also like jeans. Usually tight jeans are the culprit, but tight pants, shorts, skirts, dresses, anything that's tight around the waist, that abdominal area. And the reason why I say this is because your abdominal area, of course, holds all of those really important organs for digestion. They're the ones that are digesting all your food each day. And when you're wearing something tight and constricting, it's actually going to cut off a bit of that blood flow. It's going to constrict the good blood flow that's going through that area, through all those organs. And what that is going to do is that's going to slow down your digestion. And you don't want to mess with your digestion because you'll end up feeling bloated and uncomfortable and just not really nice. So if you're someone who maybe wears tight pants for work, you have some tight slacks, or you have to wear tight jeans or a tight skirt or whatnot, and you're wearing them every single day, then you're going to notice that you're going to feel, uncomfortable, and you might get a bit bloated and whatnot after meals. And at the end of the day, when you take them off, you feel a lot better. So this is something that you probably don't want to do every single day. Maybe a tight skirt or some tight jeans on date night, sure, you can probably get away with that every now and again, but I probably wouldn't be trying to do it every day because it's going to affect your digestion. Your digestion is so important in your body. So when you're digesting food, that is how your body gets all the nutrients, the vitamins and minerals and whatnot from the food that you're eating. So if your digestion is lacking and it's not working properly, you're not able to get all the nutrients possible from that food. And that's going to mean that you might then lack some nutrients, especially if you're wearing these sorts of clothes every single day. So do be cautious of the types of clothes that you're wearing and how they're making you feel. I know that if I go to work and I'm wearing a tight skirt all day, a high-waisted one, yes, it looks very cute. By the end of the day, I definitely feel quite uncomfortable. So that's something that I definitely need to work on. And same with jeans. I think women are the biggest culprits here because we like to, wear all about high waist. That's very big in fashion right now, is high waist pants and skirts and whatnot. And so we're wearing a lot of tight things around our waist. So something to definitely be aware of and think about next time you're sort of choosing your everyday clothes. So my next unknown health tip is just for the ladies. So sorry any guys that are watching, although you can probably share this with a partner or a friend or a sister. But it does have to do with a woman's period. So in the Western culture, we don't really play a lot on the importance of a woman's cycle. We don't really care about it too much. And when a woman's on her period, it's just another day, really. That's how we look at it in the Western culture, of course. So women will continue to go to work, they will continue to do all their normal things, play sports, you know, go swimming, all that sort of stuff. Whereas in other cultures, it's not seen like that. It's seen as a time to rest and to build up your nutrients, and it's a good thing for your fertility and all that sort of stuff. So one thing that we do in the Western culture that we shouldn't really be doing is that we don't rug up, we don't get nice and warm and cozy when we have our period. So there's a thing, and it's in I'm going to be referring to Chinese medicine here, but they call it a cold uterus or a cold womb. Of course, your uterus can't be cold because it's in your body, it's going to be warm, but by cold they're referring to the good blood flow that goes to your uterus, so to that organ. And when you have slow blood flow, they will call it cold. So if you have really good blood flow, they're going to say you have a warm uterus, as opposed to cold uterus for slow, bad blood flow. Now, when you have your period, it's seen as a time to just rest and to get nice and warm, to keep yourself really warm. They totally don't agree with going swimming in cold water during your period. So that's something to think about, I guess, in the Western culture as a woman, to see your period as a time to just rest. So rug up, make sure your abdomen is really warm, keep all that good blood flow happening to make sure everything is shedding properly. It also helps with like pain. If you do have cramping, having warmth there is definitely going to make you feel a lot better. And then you can also even look at the food and water or drinks that you consume. So trying to stick to more of the warming foods and the warming, like hot teas, hot broths, soups, that sort of thing. You definitely want to try to avoid raw food at this time, just during your period. So things like raw veggies and raw fruits. Instead, have things like casseroles, you know, avoid the salads and stuff. Even though, yes, they're healthy, go for more of the cooked vegetables. It's going to be a lot better for your blood flow during that time, and you'll probably feel better as well. My next unknown health tip is to use a magnesium supplement. So I don't usually like to recommend taking a supplement, especially a vitamin and mineral, to anyone, because I think that's something you need to talk to your healthcare provider about. But when it comes to magnesium, you can't actually overdose on it if you take it in a certain way. So I'm not talking about oral magnesium, taking it in pill form or swallowing it somehow. I'm talking about transdermal intake of magnesium. And by that, I mean through the skin. So there's many different forms of magnesium that you can take through your skin, and it's a lot better for absorption rather than taking it orally. So magnesium is usually found in the muscles. So by putting it straight onto your skin, it's going straight into the muscles instead of your body having to try to digest it and then going off to the muscles in your body. Now, we use lots of different magnesium products. I have magnesium spray, I use flakes that I put in our bathtub and soak in. I use a facial cream that has magnesium in it, which is nice because it's put directly on my face. That can reduce things like headaches. And the reason why we use so much is because in Australia here, and I'm sure many other Western countries, the magnesium found in fruits and vegetables and whatnot are really lacking, just because of the soil that we have at the moment, just due to, you know, over farming and whatnot. So there's really little nutrients left in the soil that our vegetables and our fruits are growing in, and that means less vitamins and minerals that we can absorb in our body. The magnesium is a particular one that we are all very, very low in, and it's really easy to bring it back up. So I'm going to show you some products I have today. So I also use it on Nate, my son. He's 9 months old, and I think I started using it when he was about 1 month old. So it's very safe for babies. I used it all through my pregnancy as well. It's very important in pregnancy, but I still use it all the time. Now, this is a product that I use for Nate. It is a roll-on. It's a specific baby one, and it's got a lower amount in it. I believe it's more so if the baby ends up trying to swallow it or anything, or drink it somehow, then it's still safe that way. They can't really overdose. And then I have these baby little wipes that you can wipe down on them. And I wanted to show you guys this today because I noticed there were some facts on the side here. I thought it was really cool, so I want to share that. So magnesium is required for 1,200 out of 1,600 bodily functions that we have. Only 1% of our magnesium is found in the blood. The remainder is found in bone and cells. As magnesium can assist in creating energy in the body, it's best to use only on the lower body at night for relaxation and sleep. So I actually do put magnesium on Nate's feet and his legs before bedtime, and I think that does help to calm him. I also do that to myself sometimes as well. Magnesium chloride is easily assimilated and metabolized in the human body. The modern diet, with overabundance of refined grains, processed foods and sugars, contains very little magnesium. Even the magnesium inside whole grains and fresh vegetables has been declining steadily in recent years because of depletion of minerals in our soils, as I mentioned. And now this is what magnesium can assist with: muscular cramps and soreness, irritability and restlessness, sleep, supporting bone health, and of course increasing your magnesium levels. So yeah, I think that's really cool. Magnesium can just do so many great things. I specifically use it when I have my period, and I would put it all around my abdominal area, lower back, all that, and it makes me feel so much better. It helps with cramping. And then of course, as a mum, my upper body is sore from holding my son. I think most parents will probably say the same. And I use magnesium spray and spray all around my neck, my shoulders and everything. And I feel it immediately after I spray it. It just feels so much nicer. So definitely look into magnesium and look into taking it topically instead of orally. The next unknown health tip is to get some plants. Now, people love plants in their home mainly for decor, and it looks really nice, and they look great. See, I have a plant behind me. But many people don't know the health benefits of having plants in your house. So having a few potted plants around your house like this does so many things in your house. It improves your air quality. It can increase the humidity in your home. It can take away the toxins in the air. It can improve your mental health and make you just feel better. It improves the quality of your relationships. It improves your quality of thinking and your productivity, which is why it's also really important to have plants in your workplace. So if you work somewhere as well that maybe you're in a smaller office and you can't look outside or anything, maybe get a little plant that you can pop on your desk, because it will help you a lot. It actually also decreases illness. People who have plants in the workplace have also been, studies have shown that those people don't take as many sick days as well, and it boosts, of course, productivity and thinking and creativity. So many things. I could list off so many things that plants do. So good for you. I've also read a really cool study that cities or towns that have, the councils have put in, more trees and bushes and shrubs and whatnot around the town, that those towns have less crime. So that's really cool that it can make such a huge impact. So obviously we're not meant to be, living shut off from the outside world. We're meant to be in nature and walking around in nature. It makes us feel better mentally and physically and emotionally and everything. So have a look into some plants. If you don't already own some plants for your home, I'd recommend getting a couple of plants that you can put throughout your house. It's really surprising the things that are in your furniture or the carpets. There's lots of toxins in these things, like industrial cleaners and whatnot, that we don't really think about. We don't see the impact that it has on our health. But having a couple of plants in your home can help to detox some of that out. So I'd recommend having a couple of plants throughout your house. and also looking at maybe even having one in your sleep space. So we keep a plant in our bedroom, and I think that's really important because, you know, when it's cold, we close up everything, and there's no fresh air really coming in. I'm sure there's a little bit seeping in throughout the house, but we don't have a lot of fresh air, and my husband, myself, and my son all sleep in the same room. So, you know, having a plant there that we can all breathe from, because of course we get our oxygen from plants, I think that's just really important. It's going to probably improve our sleep as well. I'm sure it also does that, because plants are so great for us. So get a couple of plants. Okay, my last unknown health tip has to do with exercise. So many people I speak to and hear about, if they want to lose weight or look good, and they want to do that through exercise, they think that they need to run a mile or jump on the treadmill, you know, and burn lots of calories that way. And yes, that does burn calories, and it is great. It's great to get some cardio. But many people don't know that lifting weights actually leads to weight loss. So many people will think that, you know, when you lift weights, you're going to be gaining tons of muscle, and you're going to gain weight, and you're going to be really big and whatnot. But it is not the case at all. So that's why you see a lot of women usually on the treadmills trying to lose some weight, trying to get into smaller sizes and whatnot. But the best way that they can do that is by actually lifting weights. And that doesn't mean that they're going to turn into a super muscly lady. It just means that they're going to get nice and toned up. Now, how that works is that when you are doing cardio, you're losing calories at the time that you're doing the cardio. So that's going to get, you know, your metabolism going and your energy going and whatnot at that time. But then as soon as you're done, that ends. Whereas when you lift weights, it's easier at the time because you're not huffing and puffing and whatnot. But after a good 24 to 48 hours after you lift those weights, what happens is you then start to really feel the effect of that. And the reason for that is because when you lift weights and you're lifting it at a point where you can actually really feel it, and you know it's not super easy, but you're feeling it, and what happens then is that your muscle actually tears. So your muscle gets lots of little tiny tears in it, and then 24 to 48 hours after, you actually start to feel really sore in those muscles, and that soreness is the tears in your muscle, and your muscles are tearing to make way for more muscle to grow even bigger and stronger. That's how that works. But when that is happening, your body does have to repair that muscle as well. So it's trying to repair itself, and that will increase your metabolism. And of course, a fast metabolism always means fast weight loss. Of course, it's not all about the weight loss, but if you're someone who does want to lose weight, that is something to look at in as opposed to just doing cardio all the time. Try lifting some weights and you'll notice a huge difference. Even doing a combo of the two, cardio, fitness, and weightlifting, you will feel a major difference, and you will see that as well in the mirror. So there you go. They are 5 of my health tips that I have that aren't so known. You might know a couple of them that I mentioned today, but they're not really spoken about a lot. And I hope that you did learn something. And as I said, if you do know any other health tips that you think is a bit different, people don't really talk about it, please pop it in the comments below, because I would love to read and I'd love to learn more. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please hit subscribe so you can see more videos like this one, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos that I put out.